Hi you guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all the support I've been getting for the past couple of months. As you can see, I'm clearly not in a gym. I'm making a video in regards to my past relationship with Larry. Larry Wills, as you guys know him by. For the past 4 months, if not every day, every other day, I've been getting people reaching out to me, wanting to know just what has happened between us. And you know what? I totally understand you guys. You guys have been seeing us for the past 5 years together, and you just want to know why things ended the way they did. All the way to the trolls who said they wish I'd die, to threatening my life. And lastly, I have asked Larry numerous amounts of times to not reach out to me, to move on with his life, and, you know, to let it be. And it seems by just asking him that, it's not going to happen. So there are a lot of reasons why Larry and I did not work out, and just for the sake of time, I want to narrow them down to the more important ones. One being cheating, infidelity, and two, which, you know, it took a really long time for me to admit this to myself, even in privacy. It took a lot of talking to professionals, and it took a lot of space from him to, you know, really understand what I had been dealing with in my relationship with him for years. And that is abuse. And I mean, that's abuse across the board: physical, mental, emotional, and narcissistic abuse with this person. Starting with the cheating aspect, like I said, I've been with him for 5 years, and he's cheated on me for 5 years, since day one. This is cheating on me with the woman. This is cheating on me with the man. This is cheating on social platforms. I have had people reach out to me, sending me screenshots. I've had people reach out to me asking me if I'm with this person. I've had people stalk my page. I've even had women from Chatterbait reach out to me and inform me of their relations with one another. You know, at the end of the day, cheating is cheating, and he's never been loyal to me in that sense. You know, I'm gonna be honest, you guys, I'm not a perfect person. Like, I have my own insecurities and my own flaws. And when you couple that with somebody who, like, just really genuinely doesn't care for you and doesn't have a high level of respect and love for you, that can really escalate things in the relationship with one another in a detrimental way. And it did, you know, when it's obvious that someone can cheat on you and you take them back and it becomes a vicious cycle. The next thing that I don't even say that can, it did happen between us was the verbal, the emotional, and the narcissistic abuse from him. I can't even explain to you how many times I've been called out in my name when it comes to him. I can't even explain to you how much self-esteem issues I have developed by being with him for so long. And I don't want to blame him entirely for that. You know, I definitely want to own up to that part of the situation, because I should have never allowed anyone to say the things that he has said to me, and allow that to develop into insecurity, allow that to develop into body image issues. You know, I work out and I like to lift heavy just like he does, and it takes muscle to do that. And he has informed me on more than one occasion that, you know, that kind of look, muscular look, or whatever the case may be, is just not something he likes. But being told that, you know, that instills, like I said, a sense of insecurity and doubt within my physical appearance. So, you know, as time has kind of moved on, and you're already dealing with cheating and infidelity, you're dealing with disrespect, disloyalty, you're dealing with narcissism, And this is all stemming from someone who comes from dysfunction. Um, the only thing that happens next is the physical aspect of abuse. And I have a screenshot from 2016 when we dealt with our first physical altercation. And it's after me asking him about an infidelity issue. And keep in mind, any argument or any physical altercation I've had with him has stemmed from me standing up for myself, from me asking him about him cheating, from me wanting respect or being tired of being disrespected. And within this screenshot, it's me, like I said, talking about our first physical altercation with one another. And I'm informing him, like you can't just take somebody and slam them to the ground and stand on top of them and use intimidation to instill fear and keep someone in place. Like I'm 5'5". At the time I weighed like 125, 130 pounds. He's 6'1". He weighs 270 pounds. So, I'm no match for someone of that size, obviously. And, I think I wouldn't even say I know that that was the beginning of something that should have ended right then and there, but I didn't leave. As the years progressed from 2016, so did our physical altercations. So did the physical abuse between one another. But I would say one of the biggest abusive instances that we had together was when we moved to LA. And I want to share with you and give you guys some insight as to, how it is to deal with him when things have escalated to that degree. I have some sound clips of one of our arguments when we were in LA. And like I said, it stemmed from me asking him, just like a simple question, like, who are you talking to? Who are you cheating on me with? And of course, he doesn't like that kind of stuff. He doesn't like the consequences to his actions. And one thing led to another. And it led to him, him hitting me with closed fists, in my legs, my ribs, my arms, my head, my face. And I want to give you, like I said, I want to give you guys some insight into what that sounds like. So.
I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
You're not moving?
Don't touch
This
me.
is mine. You know what I mean?
This is mine.
This is mine. Do you fucking understand?
This is mine. Get out of my face.
No. This is fucking mine. You understand me? Do you fucking understand me?
Get off of me. Get off of me.
No, you get out of here. You fucking get out of here. You don't deserve this shit, you understand? You are so fucking... You're so fucking...
So that is the initial part of the argument. That's where he, like I said, he has physically struck me with closed fists. I've never been in an abusive relationship outside of him. I don't come from abuse. I was never informed on what to do in situations like that or any of the prior situations. Things escalate so quickly, and it's hard to kind of formulate what to do next. But I did know at that time, because of how fearful I was of him, that I needed to protect myself. And the only thing I knew what to do was to grab a weapon. So I did. I grabbed a knife. I ran. I sat in the corner, and I didn't approach him. I didn't lunge at him. I didn't use it on him. I sat in the corner, and I just informed him to leave me alone, don't approach me. So this is the second sound clip. I only have 3, but this is of me in the corner sitting and talking to him about the situation.
You see, you can just go around. Can you hold on like you do? I'm not going to stab you. This is for my protection. I'm not going to stab you. It has nothing beneficial for me. But you think you can hit women like that? What the fuck do you think you are? Who the fuck raised you?
Call police.
We need to call the police. the fuck is your problem?
I'm whining.
Keep whining.
I'm whining.
You got some serious
Whining.
nerve.
Keep fucking whining.
You got some serious fucking nerve.
Yeah, keep whining. Just want to see. Go ahead.
I'm not.
He tells me I need to stop whining. You know, that was one thing he would always tell me, is that I complain too much. I always acted as if I was a victim, and I need to stop whining. Whether that be in regards to him cheating, or whether that be in regards to the physical abuse that I went through with him. The next thing that came from that, you guys, I'm gonna be honest, it still breaks my heart till this day, and I never looked at him the same after that, after what he did next. He ended up calling the cops on me and flipping the script and making it seem as if I was the attacker. He lied about, you know, the situation that had just happened to make himself appear, you know, as if he wasn't the one doing the attacking. So this is what that sounds like of him calling the cops on me.
What are you doing?
Fucking out.
No, because I'm scared of you.
Hi, I'm at 1200 South Big Road. And we have a situation with my girlfriend. She's driving knives.
And you're attacking me? That's what the fuck you're doing. Because I can show the bruises on my fucking leg of you stalking me. You think you're gonna be the one that's calling the cops, Larry?
I'm in the apartment. Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, call the cops and have them so they can help escort me out. Because you're the one that's been putting your hands on me.
Actually, she's holding an eye.
Because I'm scared for my life. Because you keep stalking me in my fucking face, in my legs, everything.
It's not true.
It's not true? That's why I recorded all this shit. Because it is true.
It's not true. You know, I don't know if you guys are aware of what's been going on in the news, but, you know, I'm a black woman, and when cops are involved in any kind of situation, you know, it never goes right for us. It never does. And when they came through those doors and they had their guns drawn on me, I really didn't know if that night I was going to lose my life. And I would have never thought at that time that it would have been because of somebody that I had spent 5 years with, that I was in a relationship with, that lied on me and put me in this situation. I could never look at Larry the same after that. You know, that's not a relationship problem. You know, that triumphs over any infidelity or cheating issue. That's a person problem. I've been with Larry for 5 years. I've been with him since he's been 19. Before he was who you guys see him on social media now, I was with him from day one. And from day one, I have wanted the best for him. I have always wanted to see him succeed. I've always been his #1 fan at every competition, every interview, photo shoot. It didn't matter. I was always there cheering him on. And I knew I would do anything and everything I possibly could to help him make it. I left my life in New York for him to come to LA and help him further his career. I used to tell Larry all the time, you know, when people really love you, and I mean like they really love you, like love you without condition. There is no condition to what my love will do for you. There is no amount of money, there is no amount of trips or gifts that you can give me to suffice or replace the kind of unconditional love that I give and want in return, when people are like that, they should be strong enough to hold like a mirror to your face and show you all the good that you are, but also show you all the bad that you are. And when they see the ugly in you, they stay. They stay to help you maneuver through all of that. And that's what I did. I took a lot of stuff from him because I loved him. And that's the kind of love that I know. That's the kind of love I come from. And I feel like that's not the love that he wanted. Because that's not easy love. That's tough love. But it's there to make us grow. It's there to make us better. It's there so we don't end up in situations like this. Or be those kind of people like how he was. But that's, like I said, that's not the love that he wanted from me. It demanded too much of him that he wanted to give. You know, I'm in a stage of my life now where I'm rebuilding myself from the inside out. I am looking to be happy. I am looking for my peace of mind now. Because I lost those things. I lost those things to toxicity. And I lost him for 5 years. You can only imagine the kind of state that leaves somebody in. I want to move on with my life. I want Larry to move on with his. And I keep him in my prayers that whoever is in his corner now, whoever is his team now, that they love him enough just like I did. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out to listen to me. I hope I answered your guys' questions. Outside of that, stay blessed.